Sonder, the R&B trio consisting of Brent Faiyaz on the vocals and producers Atu and D-Pat on the instrumentals, are known for their soulful, immersive soundscapes. Today, I'm going to be breaking down how I made a full beat from scratch using some of my favorite Sonder songs as inspiration. As you can hear, the song started with a very simple string melody that kind of sets the stage for the intro. So I made a similar pattern for my intro. The sound I used is this Tina Guo cello bank. There are a lot of effects on it. I put reverb, an EQ, delay, a fade-in gross beat preset with the mix turned down to about 50%, a tremolo preset as well in gross beat with that also turned down to around 40%. I also added some more strings similar to what you hear in the rest of the intro. So I just used the same sound and changed the pattern up to make it sound a bit more complex. Those higher notes that you're hearing are actually just the same string melody. I just bounced the melody out to audio, chopped it up, reversed it, and I pitched it up an octave. I also added some more atmospheric elements to this section as well. This is just the chords that I added on later, which I'll be breaking down later on. These are just the chords reversed and also pitched up an octave. I also added a bass line and snaps. And here's how all these elements sound together for the intro. For the bass, you might notice that the first side or the first 4 bars here have shorter notes while this side has longer notes. You can hear a similar technique being used in Too Fast as well. For the bass guitar, I used the Scarby Rickenbacker bass. I also put on this Bass 3 Amplitude preset. As for the snap, you just want to add reverb to it to get that atmospheric sound. The other song I used as inspiration is Feel. Definitely one of my favorites. And Feel has a similar intro to Too Fast, starting with some strings and a lot of atmosphere, but then it drops into this beautiful guitar melody. It ain't the time for you to walk if I won't let go. To replicate the guitar, I used this Nylon Sky expansion for Omnisphere. As for the effects, I just put a reverb, delay, simple EQ, and I put on this hyper chorus. I left it on the default preset and I turned it down to about 25%. In Feel, there's also these beautiful female vocal samples. I can tell that ain't what you want. So I added this vocal chop that I found on Splice. If you guys are looking to get some new sounds, make sure you check out my kits at 24hours.audio. I just brought down the prices of a lot of my kits. So if you've been thinking of copying one, now is definitely the time. If you just want to support me while getting some new sounds in the process, definitely check it out. I appreciate all the love and all the support. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description if you're interested. I'm also going to be leaving some links to some free sounds, so definitely check that out as well. Another thing that Sonder does a lot in their songs is they'll change the chord progression up throughout the track to make it feel like it's evolving. You can hear this in Feel and Too Fast. So Feel goes from this chord progression to this. So I did a similar thing in this beat. I took the guitar out and replaced it with this pad. The chord progression is very similar, except I added these bottom notes here and made it ascend upwards like that. But overall, the pattern and notes are pretty similar, so it still sounds cohesive. I also added these guitar licks here. I played with the pitch bends to make it sound realistic, and you could hear guitar licks all over Sonder's tracks, but here's how it sounds. The guitar I'm using is Ample Guitar SC. It's on the default preset, but the thing I like to do to make it sound realistic is put it on this mode here instead of this. It's usually on this, and that makes the notes slide around a bit more. For the guitar, I didn't do too much with the effects, just reverb, delay, EQ. For the next section, a lot of the rest of the sounds start to come in, the drums, and I also added this piano layer, similar to the piano that you can hear on Feel. So the piano is just the same pad chord progression, but with these little top notes here. Also, the same bass comes back in, but it follows the new chord progression. I also reversed this guitar lick here. I bounced it to audio, reversed it. I had one at the same octave, and then this one's in a higher octave, and I have it playing back to back. For the drums, you want to get like a Timberland drum kit or something like that. I also used Addictive Drums 2 for some drum fills and crashes and cymbals and stuff like that. And I had that section drop into a bigger section with a lot more cymbals and stuff going on, similar to the drums on Too Fast. So I used Addictive Drums 2, and I added these like rides and cymbals and stuff and these fills. I'm using this preset in Addictive Drums 2. Here's how it sounds all together.